Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today I have just one DIY because this one is a cool one. So for this DIY, we are going to be using a plastic pot from the Dollar Tree, a rod that I bought, a really long one from Walmart that was only 62 cents. Those eggs also from Walmart, they were $1.98 each. I have 4 of them. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my white chalk paint by Waverly and I am going to give this plastic pot a good coating. Now if you see the bottom part of this pot is missing, that's because I used it for a different DIY. I didn't need that bottom part because I wasn't putting a real plant in here. So that basically is the tray that goes underneath to catch water if you were going to use it to put real plants in it. But I'm not going to, so I didn't need it. So now, once that dries, I gave it 2 good coats. I'm coming in with my steel gray by Waverly and chalk paint as well. And I am going to use my chip brush and I am just going to do a nice dry brush all over this. I love that look, and I don't know, steel is my new favorite color to dry brush with. I don't know what it is, but I think it makes everything look really cool. So I am just going to give this a good dry brushing. I just keep going in. I dab my brush a little bit on the paper once I dip it in the paint, and then I dry brush. So next we are going to take one of these Dollar Tree ropes, and you can get these all the time at Dollar Tree. They always have them. And I am going to take it and I am going to, this one that I have here comes in 3 pieces. So you can separate this rope. You don't have to use the whole thing. And I didn't need this thick rope, so I just took a piece of that 3-piece that you see there that I just kind of untwined, and I'm going to glue a piece at the top of my dowel rod, and I'm going to start twisting it. You can see my finger protector came off, flying off there, but what I'm doing is I just hot glued it at the top, and then I just started twisting it. And then as I got a little ways down, I put a little drop of glue on the stick, and then I just kept going. And there it is, all done. So now I'm going to take this square craft foam because it fits in here pretty good. And I'm just going to do the corners because that's where it fits perfectly into the pot. And I just glued that down in there so it stays nice. And then I'm going to stick my stick into that foam piece, and then I'm going to come in with some of these they're like little gems, rocks, I don't know what you would call them, but you could go in with rocks, anything that's heavy that you want to put in your pot, just so that it stays nice and sturdy and it doesn't fall over. It just gives it a little weight and also fills the pot a little bit. And then I'm going to come in and I'm also going to stuff it so that it's nice and snug with some of my bags from the stores I go and shop at, like Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby and Walmart and all those great stores. And I just kind of filled it up. And then I'm going to come in with the moss. This is Spanish moss that you also get at Dollar Tree. And I just kind of put a little on the top just to kind of fill it out and make it look real Eastery. And then we are going to come in with these really cool eggs that I found at Walmart. Now these are super pretty all on their own. So now here I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to tie these on here. First I came in with some of this floral wire that I got at Dollar Tree, and it did work a little bit, and then it wasn't really tight enough. So I kind of did a double duty here, and what I did is I came in, and because I wanted my eggs to kind of be on top of one another and just putting hot glue on top of each other, I didn't want that to look sloppy. So what I did is I kind of just twisted these on here because they do come with the loop at the top because they're meant to hang. And I just kind of put them over the rod, and what I did is kind of twisted it and then put a little bit of this floral, see how they kept falling? I was having such a time with this, but I do get it, I promise you. And everything comes with trial and error, right guys? So we are all not perfect crafters. So now what I did is I came in and I decided to twist it. I put a piece of that wire on once again, and I kind of like put it through and then came around just so it would kind of stay better, and I just twisted it around because I wanted to make sure the egg stayed in place, okay? And then I also come in with hot glue. So you will see me come in with some hot glue as well. And I'm just going to glue that ribbon around the twine that I already put on the rod. So the bottom one was giving me a hard time. As you could see, I wanted it to sit just perfect on that bottom pot. So I was having such a time with these. But I did get it. They did go on, and the end result is great. But I left this in here because I wanted you guys to see that we all have our frustrations with crafting, and nobody is perfect, and we do come with trial and error. So I just wanted to have that in there so you guys could see exactly what happens when you try to do things. It's all about thinking outside the box and trying to figure out the best way to make your craft stay and be sturdy and look good. So now I came in with the next one. Now I know my camera, it's not going to go that high up. I didn't have it on a tripod. So I'm just basically going in and doing the same thing with my other ones. There it goes falling. So I can't help but laugh at this because it's pretty comical. So now what I did is I went up and I did this one next, of course. And I kind of wanted them on top of each other, like I said. So I went in with my next floral wire, and I wired that one in place. And then it kind of started working out. So I kind of like got used to it, got the hang of it, and they ended up staying. But I do come in with the glue gun, and I am going to glue that ribbon around it as well so that it has that extra support, so I know they're not going to go anywhere. So once I get that down, then you will see me come in, and I'm going to kind of like figure out, situate them how I want them. I kind of wanted them going like sideways, like up and down, teeter-totter kind of to each other. They do kind of look that way, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't exactly the way I wanted it. But listen, I wasn't gonna start from the beginning again. So here I am. I took them off. I got the hot glue gun and I glued that ribbon around that pole. And guess what? They stayed. So this was the best result, was doing it this way. So I really like it. If you want to add super glue as also extra support, go right ahead. I did not, because by this point I was like, forget it. We're going to glue these bad boys on, get them on here, and get them going. So now I went to the next one, and I did the same thing with all of them. So now I wanted to put a nice, really cool ribbon on the top. I wanted to do a really fancy big bow, and I see Olivia do this, and I love her bows. I cannot do them like her, but I am trying. And I keep going with it. I really like making messy bows, I call them, where I just like stack ribbon on top of each other and then kind of crisscross them, and then it makes a really cool messy bow. But I try to do her Olivia bow, and just like I went with I think that one was 12 inches, and then I did 5, and then I think the other one was 3 maybe. But I just went a little bit shorter as I went up with my bows. Now, I really should have went a little bit bigger with this one in the middle because it was a little bit too small to poof out. But all these ribbons I got from the Dollar Tree. So, and they have really pretty ribbons out this year, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I really like them. Now, you could put little notches on the side so that when you go to twist tie it with your, what do you call that? Pipe cleaner. It will stay better when you go to poof it, but I knew I was going to twist tie it really tight. I didn't like doing the notches. My bow seems to fall apart when I try to do that, so I just went with tying it in the middle. And then what I did is I came and I poofed my little bow out like that with the little rings. I just poofed them out. And this one turned out pretty good. I was pretty proud of myself this time. I mean, do they look like hers? Nope. She just is a perfect bow maker. But I did the best I could and it turned out okay. I really like it. And this was my topper for my topiary. Now, this topiary is an egg topiary. I made another smaller version of an egg topiary with some moss and just doing like the foam cone and all that. And you could check that out. That's another video I did that's on my channel from yesterday. This one is going to go out on tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. So it was a Monday video. But yeah, so here's my bow, and I think it turned out okay, guys. Not too bad, right? So then I found this new garland that I've never seen before at Dollar Tree. Let me know in the comments if you have. But this is my first time seeing it. And it's garland with some leaves on it. And I think this is super cool, and I love it. So I thought, why not add this on here, right? And make it look really cool. So what I did is, and this is very sturdy twine in between these leaves. So it is not going anywhere. If you want to twist it on something, it's going to stay. So what I did is I just winded it, just did it around my topiary, and it looked really cool. And then here I am coming in with my bow. Don't pay attention to the way I look because I had no makeup on. This is how I really craft, guys. No makeup, not looking pretty. That's the way it is, right? And I'm sure you guys do too. We're all guilty of it. So now what I'm doing is I wanted to take this really cool ribbon from the Dollar Tree that has all these pretty colors on it. And I kind of wanted to bring a long piece of ribbon coming down both sides. So that's what I did. And then I just kind of tacked it on the sides with some glue as it went down. And I just thought that made a beautiful finishing touch. So there it is. Real pretty. I tried to go slow with my camera so you guys could see. And then I decided to go in the middle of my bow there because you could see my pipe cleaner, which I didn't like. So I took some of these small eggs that I got. I think I got, I mean, you can use the eggs that you get at Dollar Tree. They have them there. Or you can use from another, I think I got mine at Michael's and they were really cheap. And there it is, so pretty. And then I decided to put some lights on it, guys. There's the lights. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.